Wait, what happened, man? So
The spirit drop.
and, and part of it, if it's because you don't know how to do it, that's different than if your true colors come out. Because that's different. Like if I don't know how, I can just say, look, I don't know what to say, but you just say, hey, Sai, he black, I'm telling you he cool. That's good enough, because at least you declare your feelings and you wasn't like hiding it. Now you giving me shade. You really telling them your people how you feel, you know. So anyway, today is Friday, you guys. I'm in the office. That's Jeff back there. Jeff is a super landscaper. What's up, Jeff?
Hi, how you doing?
So as y'all can see, Jeff is white. I'm black. We just had a one almost 45-minute conversation about race relations, and I appreciate Jeff being honest about Crown Point or Portage. Crown Point, which for people that don't know, Crown Point is on the outskirts of Gary. But the bottom line is this, you guys. In order for us to improve race relations, we must be able to talk. If we don't talk, you can forget about it. You know, if a husband and wife trying to get back together and they don't talk, it's not gonna happen, right? So here's the quick narrative is this. So Jeff, we were saying there are people that you know who got biases about blacks, right?
Yes.
What are some of the biases? Like what you hear?
I feel like I'm prejudged by the city that I live in, because the minute I talk about my home state where I live, you know, I get a frown, you know.
From black people or from white people?
I get a frown from white people, and I don't care for that because I'm not prejudiced. So it just hurts me inside to see that, you know, that there's prejudice still in our environment, because we're all equal and God made us all equal.
But remember what we talked about, me and Jeff were talking about this intentional, you know what I mean? Because prejudice, I think we all have prejudices, but it's the people that choose to stay prejudiced. Because I think that's what I was saying, like intentional, meaning that you don't even want to change your view. You're not just being ignorant, you're being intentional with your feelings about another race. What was your thoughts on my perspective on that? Like
I said, some people just categorize you from jump, you know, and I think it's unjust. I mean, you know, you should see people for what they are. First give them a chance, you know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, give them an equal chance, you know. Give them
a clean slate.
A clean slate.
But do you think, based on the white people that you know, I'm saying to everyone, it's two types. You got people that's intentional and those who are ignorant. Intentional meaning you don't even want to change. You got a deeply rooted feeling about a person. You don't even want to change that. Those are the people I think can fall in line with being classified as racist. Then you got ignorance, those who the media surrounded them with so much negative views about a certain group that they bought into and they drunk the Kool-Aid. That's ignorance. So what would you say the group you're talking about, are they ignorant or are they really deeply intentional with their views of other groups? Which one are they?
I'd say they're just plain ignorant.
All right. Ignorant, to me, we can deal with ignorant because information can fix that. But if you're intentional, information not gonna feel that, because you don't want to hear the information anyway.
No, I mean, I meant to say their intention.
Oh, so you saying that no matter what I say or anyone else say, they gonna keep feeling this way?
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's true.
And Jeff dealing with some. Now, y'all know me, I'm a super optimist. I say we still can break them down and get them to think differently. And I don't know the people you're talking about, Jeff. And call me naive, but I just believe that deep down, that all people want to do better. All people want a better quality of life. I just believe that. I know there are some really, really mean people out there, evil people out there, and I just don't want to bleed on the people that you talk about, Jeff.
No, I'm fine with that, because, you know, me being a white person, I've seen the true color. So, you know, I can't sit up here and paint a picture of something that ain't real.
Right.
But my heart say, like you say,
Right.
it can be dealt with and it can be changed through love of one another and through mentoring a little bit here and there, so that people can really see that we are equal and that, you know, we're here to help one another, you know, through God. You know, I speak of God because I'm a Christian, and you know, I believe in helping one another. I believe in somebody's down, you try to pull them up. You know, if they're spirit bad, we try to change them.
Now watch this though, Jeff. And some black people say this during slavery. They quoted the Bible and that they was Christians too. So that don't fly to black people when they say you Christian. What I would say, what I detect different from you, is your heart is really compassionate.
Yes.
That's a difference. Some people proclaim to be with God. What God? You know what I mean? Because your God said enslave people. Your God said beat and rape people. So some people use God and they really deep down their heart isn't there. I can tell that your heart is really with compassion, equality, helping people, and that's the difference. We can't say that back in the 1800s when they were enslaving people and they reading the Bible and saying, you know, we should be enslaved. So that's part of what we got to do in this nation, is have that real dialogue about the history and then how do we move forward. I'm excited. Me and Jeff just met. Having this conversation is important. We want to get Strike Team 6, which is black and white race relation conversations happening all over America, so we can have Jeff be able to tell what he's seeing with his white people. I say what I'm seeing with my black people. Jeff told me, we made a joke about this. We cool, me and Jeff right here, right? But when Jeff get around the rest of his white boys, how he treat me would be the real Jeff. And the same with me. When Jeff come around all my black boys, how I treat Jeff would be how we sitting in the conference room dialoguing, but how we act when we around our boys, our comfort zone would tell us the real deal. Your true colors and stuff. Appreciate you, brother, man. Hang in there, man. We gonna get there. Y'all. This dialogue needs to happen all over police departments. We got to talk about race. We cannot be afraid to talk about black and white. Peace.